can get up and leave the store if you don't have.
Welcome back to Mysterious TikToks part number 24. Got a really good video here today, guys, so make sure you like the video. Leave me a comment about anything you see, because I need all the help I can get. Yes, I am a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not the smartest, so if you know anything about the videos we're going to watch here together, let me know down below, and I really hope you enjoy.
If you see NASA announce an alien invasion, it's already too late. Follow every step immediately if you want to survive. Trust no one. First, gather your family immediately. Turn off all devices. Every signal, every flicker, every sound can be tracked. If the screen lights up on its own, walk away immediately. Lock all doors. Second, lock all doors, all windows, even the tiniest crack. You can't stop them. You can only delay them. Reinforce your walls if possible. Don't leave a single gap. Third, don't respond to voices outside. They mimic you perfectly. If you hear your mother, your partner, make sure they're really with you. If you hesitate, you've already let them in. Ignore the pleas. Ignore the cries. Fourth, don't look at the sky. The silent lights are not stars. If you follow them, they will follow you. Darkness is your ally. Move stealthily. Hide. Wait. Reports say the first cities to fall will be in the United States. Remember, when NASA speaks, the invasion has begun. America will be the warning, not the shield. Every decision is now a matter of life or death.
I want to ask you a question. If an alien invasion actually happened, what would you do? Write a comment down below. I'd be really interested to hear what you would do.
Oh yeah, like every freaking single morning. You see the eerie sound, right? That's our alarm clock. Imagine the rest of your life, you wake up listening to that music. It's the train station, there's a massive speaker there, and that's only in Pyongyang. But in the smaller cities, we have radios that you can never turn it off. It goes on and it goes off at a certain time. And there are cars that comes out and then plays this sound and drives by and wake people up. And you have to come out and you have to clean the street. I'm sure Pyongyang is a lot cleaner than some parts of the LA. It's a requirement for you to come out and clean the street. I have this kind of bittersweet. I hate it, but also I like it at the same time because it brings me different kind of memories that are tied to this sound. Not all of my memories from North Korea are bad.
I'm more What happened to my voice? I'm more interested to hear how he escaped North Korea. That's a really creepy tune. If they played some, Don Williams, some good old country music, I would get out and sweep the streets as well. But that creepy sort of horror film music, I don't know. You're going to have to leave a comment what you think about that.
They're coming! The sky's opening up! 3i Atlas is the mothership! Hide now, all of you! Hide while you still can! Get up and leave the store if you don't have.
I mean, she could be onto something there, poor woman. I think she really could be onto something. At the moment, 3i Atlas is behind the sun, so we can't observe it, we can't see it, we don't know what it's doing. And the whole behaviour of that comet is really, really strange. We are all cooked if we just see it do this.
Right, we've got a pretty strange sighting sent in via an astronomer looking at Saturn, and he notices a strange object that flies past the rings and goes behind the planet itself. Here it is, right? And it glides across, and then you can see it go behind the rings itself. And he says, in quotations, any astronomers out there that can help me figure out what I've just seen, right? And there's a lot of people in the comment sections, I'll leave a link down below to the post, that are quite perplexed and can't quite understand what this object is. Because it's way out there and it's definitely going behind the planet.
The scary part is Saturn is huge. So whatever that thing was that was flying around the outer ring was huge as well. But I want to ask you a question. Do you think aliens are aliens, they're a separate being, or do you think that aliens are demons?
You're going to want to see this. Stretching off into the horizon, we have one of the largest tabular icebergs currently on our planet. It just keeps going. Something this big is kind of hard to comprehend even when it's right in front of you, but this speaks to how much fresh, frozen water is down in the Southern Ocean. For anyone wanting some perspective, take a look at the birds that are flying next to this thing. It's probably about 200 feet high, and that's just about 15% of what's sticking out of the water. The rest is down below, like an ice wall, drifting through the ocean.
That's it. I've figured it out. There's definitely land nearby. There's got to be a chip shop nearby because there was seagulls there, right? And seagulls don't go anywhere where there's no chips. So there's got to be fish and chips or someone eating fish and chips in Antarctica. That's my theory, all right? I know I'm right. I reckon if we flew over that wall, there'd just be a massive chip shop. Guys, I had to show you this video. This is hilarious. So the guy in the hole dug... 3, 2, 1. The guy in the hole dug that hole. The guy in that hole. Man, I'm starting to get. So this dude lied to the media outlets. So this guy managed to troll the news and tell them that a meteorite crashed on that beach and he found it. But he was the one that dug the hole. So let's see what he does.
Thanks, Bernard. Now, finally for now, a mysterious hole on a beach has caused a stir in North Dublin. A local astronomy enthusiast is hoping the crater in Portmarnock could be the aftermath of a cosmic event.
It's a huge, mysterious crater that looks out of this world. But is it? The unusual hole on Portmarnock Beach stopped local astrophysics enthusiast Dave Kennedy in his tracks yesterday, and he's certain the small but heavy rock inside it came from up above.
As you can tell by here, there's a scorch mark on this side here, so that would have been at the angle that it came down at. And it is weighty. I'm not sure if it's composition, but we're definitely going to have to find out.
The striking hole soon caught the attention of passers-by, many hoping that what they're witnessing is the aftermath of a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic event.
That is hilarious. Could you imagine how the news reporter felt when she found out that that dude just dug it himself and stuck a rock in there? Think of cavemen walking around Earth thousands of years ago when they were getting 2 sticks trying to make a fire, you know, or wipe their bum with a leaf. They were looking up and just seeing the whole universe and all the stars, everything, all at once. Man, I bet they had a good sight when they were just about to have their dinner for the night.
Can you see that little white dot next to the moon tonight? Here, I'll zoom in on it. Right there, just below on the left of the moon. You know what that is? That's Saturn. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go check it out through a telescope. You gotta see this. And there is Saturn. And it's just hanging out with like a bunch of stars around it and stuff. You gotta zoom in. Wow. Hey Saturn. Where you been? Man, that looks so good tonight. Hanging out with the moon tonight. So beautiful. Remember, tomorrow night, Perseids meteor shower. All right, let's go to the moon. Now, here is the reason. The Perseids tomorrow night are going to be a little bit difficult to see. Now, they're expecting about 100 of them an hour, but the moon is going to be out. And the moon is so bright, 80-some% illuminated, it's probably going to wash out a lot of the smaller ones, which just happen to be...
Sorry to pause the video, guys, but it just fascinates me. Look at all the crater marks around the moon and how long it's been there, and it's just been pummeled by rocks for thousands and thousands of years. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. It's just a cool thing to think about.
Ones that you can see, about 15 of those an hour. Wow. Moon looks awesome tonight. But yeah, it's still worth it to go out. Best time would probably be when it gets dark and before this big bright moon rises, all right? But I wanted to show you Saturn tonight, and here's a screenshot of the moon.
The day I die, if I'm ever lucky enough to meet God, I'm going to ask all those questions. I don't know about you guys. You might have more important questions than me, but I need to know who came first, the chicken or the egg.
Yeah, so we should get going. It says a tornado warning. We got a tornado warning, so let's get going. Let's not mess with this. Let's get going. Let's get going, yep. Oh, I mean, I hope you guys can see this. That is a emergency weather service. What the? This did not look like it was supposed to be right here. Right in this moment. This did not look like it was supposed to be here. I don't know what entirely to do now. This is going to be a wall of freaking rain. Good Lord. Guys, that is a wall of rain. Oh my God, this shifted really quick. This shifted really quick. It wasn't supposed to shift this fast. Oh, there we go. We're getting rain. We are getting rain. Oh, even the wind is shifted. The wind is shifted. We are so close to the bank, we can't even see it right now. I can start to make up the bridge. Thank God, I can start to make up the bridge. We're more than halfway there.
Yeah, surely it's not a good idea to drive directly into a tornado. I would probably just do a U-turn. I think, I think that's pretty good survival instincts.
Yo, we got a legitimate alien picture, and it gets so much crazier. Just wait till you see all the stuff I found that goes together with this. Because it looks exactly the same as the aliens that were invading Peru, but then got covered up. People really need to learn what air quotes means. And if you're saying, why does it look like it's filmed by a potato? It basically is. It's Brazil. Yo, I'm telling you, this is about to get so crazy. So these villagers are showing these visitors images and videos they got of this thing. And it gets wild because Brazil, Peru have been literally plagued by things like this for about a year now. They're saying it's some kind of blue warrior or some kind of delusion. Because clearly, you know, the first time the fallen angels came down, the people thought they were gods and they worshipped them. And this like just came out yesterday, I think. And they changed their color and their shape because, you know, interdimensional beings. I'm telling you guys, it's insane. So basically, what they're describing in their pictures, they look just like the aliens that were invading Peru about a year ago. And what exactly happened with that? Oh, that's right, the mini mummy alien, and then all of a sudden, they started saying it was enemy invaders with jetpacks, and they started giving these fake images out, like, look, this is what we really saw. What? And then this stuff started happening. When this right here is what they really did see in Peru. And there's more images of it. It looks just like what we saw earlier. And guess what? That's exactly what the Bayside alien looked like. Except in that time it was a shadow, like the second image I showed you. I'm telling y'all, they're being plagued. This is a selfie a guy took. There has quite literally been thousands of sightings. Orbs, UFOs, shadow people, light people. And remember, nearly an identical event happened in the Bayside Mall 2 years in a row on the same day. It's the same thing I showed you with the Carrington event in 1859. Interplanetary shock, September 1st. Okay, now craziest part, I made y'all wait long enough. We had this 6-day MIA until today at 2 o'clock. People were speculating that the dude was meeting with stuff like this, and now we have the Atlas thing coming towards us. And all the alien premeditation I've been showing you for the last few weeks, TVs, movies, etc. This is real. What I showed you earlier is real. All this stuff has been real, and it's about to get wild. And for the 10th time, let's get over the learning curve. They're not just demons. They're demons, they're fallen angels, they're genetic experiments. Some will be holograms through BB and some won't be. You don't understand the level of delusion they're about to put on this earth. And even in the Bible, don't forget about Isaiah 25, verse 5. Thou shalt bring down the noise of strangers as the heat in a dry place, even the heat with the shadow of a cloud. The branch of the terrible one shall be brought low.
Do you think aliens, why do they only make themselves known to people that have an iPhone Potato 15? Do you think two aliens, right, they're stood next to each other and they're like, oi Gary.
We can't probe him because he's got the iPhone 15 Pro Max. But that person over there has got a flipping Motorola Razr. Yeah, we'll get him. Yeah, we can't get him because he'll get us in 4K. We got to go for the old potato man over there.
Some objects defy explanation, and this is the drawing of one of them, reported by the Colusa, California Police Department. It was seen here at Bill and Linda Pecca's farm on the 9th of October last year. There was a power outage late in the evening, and Bill Pecca went outdoors to investigate.
As I approached this corner, I glanced up and caught this big object in this area.
What he saw was a UFO at about the spot where the helicopter is located. The object was 150 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, silver gray in color. It hovered over Pekka silently.
And I saw these objects hanging down like cable-like fixtures hanging down below it. And as I watched it, these tentacle-like things went up, and these lights came out of this saucer-like thing, and these big lights came on, which was a shaft of lights, 2 of them.
Pekka ran back into his home, where he and his wife watched the UFO fly away. Panicked, frightened, they took their children to the home of a friend, Gail Arant, who also saw the object.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was just...
But you had no question that you saw it?
No, no question whatsoever. It was there. I saw it. It doesn't matter to me if anyone believes me or not. I know what I saw. And Bill, too. I mean, it was frightful.
Whatever Bill Pekka and several other Calusa residents insist they saw last October remains unidentified and unexplained.
To be honest with you guys, I don't think I'd want to see a UFO because everyone would think I'm nuts. No one would believe me. You know, I hope I'm wrong. I hope there's nice aliens out there, ones that could just turn up. If I'm like walking out in the countryside and they just land and go...
Right, Ben, how are you, mate? Yeah, not bad. Do you want to have a quick go on this UFO? You can fly around space for an hour. You ain't got work today, have you?
Why can't it be like that? That's what I mean. Why do they have to come and want to kidnap me? Why can't it just be cool? Why can't they just be cool, you know?
It's shooting the light down. What the is that? It look like it's taking somebody. Shut up. What the is that? Look, it did it again. Babe, why are you so loud? Look, babe. I see it, babe. It's shooting the light down. What the is that? You showing me on the phone and I see it right in the car. Oh my God. Where is they shining that light? Is they shining it? No, that's in the sky. What the is in the sky, yo? What the is that, y'all? And it looks like it's over there by campus. Man, are we the only one that's seeing this? Bro. Hey, don't just wind your window. Hey, roll your window down. You see that? In the sky. What is that? Right here. Look. That red. Look. What the is that? Yo. Yeah. Yo, what light is it in the air, bro? Yeah. Yo, it's red. Yo, look at that. Shut up. We going. It's shooting the light down, bro.
I don't know about you guys, but I really don't think UFOs have bright lights on the bottom. I just think if they want to be I'm really struggling with my words today, and I'm starting to get a bit inconspicuous. I'm going to have to Google this. You know what? I normally cut this out. I'm just going to keep it all in here. I'm just going to keep it all in because this is what I go through every day. If aliens were being inconspicuous, right, they wouldn't have big flashing lights on the bottom. I just think they're trying to blend in. They'd probably walk among us. They'd probably go to work like we do. They'd probably work down the local post office like they do in Men in Black. I really don't think they're trying to hide.
Object was a massive metallic egg or teardrop shape measuring 10 meters in height and 20 meters in length.
Probably like 3 or 4 standard 53-foot trailers wide and about 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So about 16 of those together. So it was pretty big, man. It was
catastrophic damage, likely leading to the crash of the vehicle, was visible. No debris littered the area, but Wegant observed an enormous gash in the rear of the craft. Jonathan guessed this damage to be from Hawk MIM-23 missile batteries, although Hawk systems were phased out of military use in 1994. The USMC maintained usage until 2002. However, Weygand guessed the Hawk system used to down the craft was used by the Peruvian Air Force. This being because the USMC phased out Hawk missiles from laser strike in early 1997. Though he has no direct knowledge, to this day, Weygand, after extensive studying of MIM-23 ballistics, believes Hawk fragmentation missiles caused the damage and downing of the craft.
Yeah, well, what I think happened, I think a lot of that fragmentation, like, went into the craft and, like, bounced around, right, after it got hit and as it was going down, so it probably didn't come out. But like I said, if the missile had hit it, depending on, you know, what the craft was made of and depending on the speed of the missile and its angle and all that, I think it probably would have penetrated and exploded, and it would have just disintegrated the ship totally.
Yeah. This then presents a unique question. How could a conventional missile down a highly advanced non-human craft? Similar intriguing incidents, like a quote-unquote 1 in a million targeting of a teardrop-shaped UFO by a naval destroyer in 1973, was discussed in my last project on naval legacy programs. MIM-23 Hawk missiles are unique. Hawks are not only able to utilize conventional missiles, but also airburst rounds, which explode near, not on a target, to damage enemy personnel or vehicles with devastating fragmentation. Perhaps a conventional missile could never hit a moving UFO, but perhaps in this case, a Hawk MIM-23 got just close enough to frag and down a target. But let's get back to the wreckage. The best way Weygand could describe the craft was metallic but organic, almost as if it was alive. The object did not appear as if it was made of machine parts, but more sculpted. The craft was purplish green and fluctuating in color, almost like gasoline on water. This effect is known as the mother of pearl effect, and the changing colors would sometimes even make the craft near translucent.
Well, I thought at one point it looked half like green and half purple, and then it was kind of it was changing the image of the not the physical properties of it, how it was constructed or whatever, but that there was some kind of field on it, and it was going, like I said, with Greer, it was like, you know, when you wash your car with you know, fluid, right, with like palm olive or whatever, dish detergent. And when it bubbles up, it gives like the color chemical rainbow. It was like that, but all over the craft. And it was kind of like moving around. Weird. I can't.
So it wasn't staying one color?
No. It was kind of like moving around and going. Sometimes it would go like completely like almost like silver, right?
The disabled craft was dripping a liquid with the viscosity of syrup. This liquid had poured all over the surrounding foliage.
And that hatch that was ajar or busted open, broken open, that's where the liquid seemed to come from, right? And it seemed to come out of there, and it was everywhere, man.
Could you describe it for me?
It was clear. Well, no, the whatever that stuff was, I don't know what to call it. The fluid, it was clear, like just, you know, water clear.
The fluid was clear.
Yeah.
But it was viscous, like...
yeah, but it was thick like maple syrup.
A large sweeping light traveled around the circumference of the vehicle that slowed until the vehicle seemingly powered off. Along with this sweeping light, Weygand could hear the craft dimming until it went silent. Weygand described the sound as a guitar amplifier.
There was one light on it that slowly went around, and the machine, I could hear it. I could hear, I guess, because it was still functioning, and it had like a hum to it, like a really bass, like say if you unplugged an amp from a guitar, that kind of, you know, it was really, you know, it was really deep.
I definitely feel like someone has got a rock out there in the world. I definitely feel like someone's got a UFO in their garage or something. Definitely, if one's crashed, 100% think someone's just taken it and locked it in their garage. But I know a lot of people are scared. They are, about an alien invasion or a comet hitting Earth, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I really doubt it's going to happen. You know, obviously me being a man of faith, I believe in what the Bible says and what we were told, and I think we're in his hands, and I don't think aliens will take that from him. He won't take that judgment from him. I think that's down to him, and I don't want to push like my beliefs on. I know a lot of people who watch me don't have faith, and that's okay. I'm not one of these people that says, yeah, it's my way or the highway, you know. But death is a really strange it's a strange reality of all our lives. And for me, being a man of faith, death is a new beginning. I don't fear death. I see it as a door. Death is a door to another world that is nothing like this one, and it'll be a better life. Don't get me wrong, I love my life here, but you know, it's got a bit morbid now. But you know, I'm glad I believe that death isn't the end, and death is just the beginning. And I really hope you all watching this feel fulfilled and happy, and you're healthy and at peace, because it is so important that we find peace. I think that's the goal of life, is to find peace, to find that in whatever we see. So I really hope you all humble yourselves and try and knock on that door and open that door and see what's through there for yourself. You know, I when I was growing up, I was a very arrogant young man. Had a big chip on my shoulder, thought I knew everything. Little Ben Colson sat in his room playing Call of Duty all day, knew everything he was sure about the universe, God, space, the world. But it takes humility to know that you're wrong and leave room for possibility that you are wrong, and just to see for yourself, because the answers are out there. So I really hope that for you all. And that's my message for this video. I know it always gets serious at the end, but I am a very deep person. I know I make jokes and stuff, but I'd love deep conversation. I'd love to sit down with you, whoever you are watching this video. I'd love to sit down with you and have a coffee and just have a chat about all sorts. I really would. I'd really enjoy that. So if you ever see me out in the street, give me a wave, and if I got time, we'll go and get a coffee and we'll just have a chat about whatever. And I really hope the best for you all. You've changed my life with this channel, and I know I brag about it and go on about it, and people say, oh, he's only got 12,000 subs, he's talking like he's got millions. But to me, this is massive. You know, this has been a dream ever since I was a boy. So to see it actually happening and to do it every day is just a blessing. So thank you all so much. Thank you all times a million. I'll thank you all forever. So yeah, thank you all so much. I really, really hope you had an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you tomorrow.